attention-grabbing devices. You've got to begin with a literary analysis claim. And many of you are looking at a fairly decent draft of a literary analysis claim right now. Let's play with a claim for The Secret Life of Bees. In The Secret Life of Bees, Sue Monk Kidd uses several female characters to explore the different qualities of motherhood. How many different parts do I have to this claim? 4. The first one? Name of the book. There's your work. Second one? Third one? Oops. Where'd that go? Effect. I've got all 4 parts. I need all 4 parts. I need to have this on paper before I can proceed with the intro. Students who try to write the introduction paragraph before writing the thesis will have to rewrite that intro. Correct. This will be the final sentence of your intro paragraph. You write the last sentence of your intro paragraph first. Characterization. No, and that's a good point, Joey. You don't have to say characterization. In fact, I don't even have to say allegory if I'm writing an allegory analysis. I just have to have the ideas there. I don't necessarily have to have the technical label. If I say Golding uses 4 different characters to represent different aspects of human nature, I've implied allegory. I don't have to state it. Does that make sense? Okay, Nick.
So, is there a difference between thesis and claim?
Only, no. The thesis is a specific sentence for an essay. So if we're talking about an essay, we talk about a thesis statement. A claim is a really general term. A claim could be a thesis statement. It could be a topic sentence. It could be a resolution for a debate. A claim could be just about anything. It's a more general term. It basically means the point you're trying to convey. Thesis means the point you're trying to convey in an essay. Okay? Niket.
But like, we have to include the claim in the beginning, thesis at the end.
No. The claim equals the thesis. Thesis is the claim of an essay.
But didn't you say begin with the literal?
No, in your thinking, in your thinking, you begin with the claim. Okay, in your thinking, Niket, you begin with the claim. You've got to have your claim on paper. So if you were writing an essay, the first thing you would do is write your claim. Same thing, yes.
So when we're writing an essay in history, Mr. Swaggerty says that we should have a mini thesis for each paragraph.
Well, a little claim or topic sentence for each paragraph, sure.
Yeah.
That's just basic paragraph writing. I mean, every paragraph has a topic sentence, whether implied or directly stated. Mr. Swaggerty is advising you to very clearly have a focus on what that topic of that paragraph is. But your teachers have been telling you that since you started writing paragraphs.
Yeah. But all of those should come directly from your main thesis.
Correct. So if I have a thesis here that talks about qualities of motherhood, the idea of qualities of motherhood should lead to a little mini thesis statement, to use that term, for a paragraph. And then I should have something about female characters. That should lead to another mini thesis in a different paragraph. So what he's telling you is you have a master thesis, you pick it apart and develop it into little mini theses. But what he's actually saying is, explain what you mean by that. Explain what you mean by that. It's basic writing. It makes sense. Your introduction and literary analysis essay summarizes the story enough for me to understand this claim. I want to understand this claim, but let's say I've never read The Secret Life of Bees. I need enough summary that I understand it. If you throw that thesis at me without any background information, and I've never read Secret Life of Bees, how do I react? Okay. Yes, Ari is correct. What? Confusion. And then, Ari, what do I spend the next few sentences doing as a reader? Half of my brain is asking questions over here to satisfy my confusion. The other half is trying to read what you're talking about and pay attention. Split focus, it's bad writing. I've told you this in class before. I don't want to think when I read your writing. Brian's laughing. I don't want to think when I read your writing. I want to listen. I only want you to think. I want you to do the thinking for me, and I want to listen to you think. And that's all I want to do. Remember what I've said before as a secondary point. The best essays that I read, I fly through without having to stop, because all the thinking is laid out for me.
So when you want us to summarize it, you don't want us to do any interpretation?
No, that's correct. Because the interpretation will come where, Nick? In the thesis and in the body paragraphs. That's right. So that now do you understand what I was talking about with Brian? Brian was rushing into his thesis. His summary includes his thesis ideas. He's rushing into his thesis. The thesis will come at the end. Fail.
You have a little guy.
Thank you, Allie, for the exceptional vocabulary. You have a little guy, a little thing. Now that's on YouTube also. All right. If this is my thesis, here's the question that I will ask you. What information about the summary, about the plot, needs to go into my introduction, and what information can you leave out? You can leave out the ending. What details go into my summary? What do I need to know in order to introduce this thesis? I'm not talking about allegory. Setting? Do I need to know the setting? I'm not sure. I don't think I need to know the setting, because none of this has any direct relationship to the setting. So I think I can leave out the setting. Now, Faye, if I were writing a different thesis about racial discrimination, setting is absolutely vital, and I need to have that in my summary. But I don't think I need to have it here. Tony?
The fact that Lily didn't have a mother.
Fact that Lily didn't have a mother, probably important. What else? The boat rights are all women. Sure, that might be important, that she encounters a lot of female characters. Yes, what else? How about the name Lily? Might help. Lily? You think it's important to know about Lily? Yeah? How about the fact that she runs away from home searching for a mother? Yeah, probably important to know. Maybe. In The Secret Life of Bees, Sue Monk Kidd tells the story of Lily, a 14-year-old girl without a mother. Dissatisfied with her father's inability to love her, Lily runs away from home to learn about who her mother was. Along the way, Lily encounters a new family. Aha, I'm not done yet. That's why I've separated that by color and by font size. There you go. But Joey, you're on to the next step. Don't worry, I'm going to get there. What have I ignored about the story that is irrelevant? I'm sorry? The honey. Notice, everything about bees is totally ignored. A central symbol in the novel, totally ignored. Why? Because I'm only worrying about what device? Character. I'm not worried about symbolism. I'm only worried about character. So I'm only talking about characters, I'm not talking about symbols. Very good. What else am I ignoring? Who am I ignoring? No. Dissatisfied with her father. Her father's implied. T-Ray's in there. What's his name? Zach. I'm sorry, Zachary Lincoln Taylor. That's right. Who else am I ignoring? Yeah, although I imagine that I'm going to talk about her encountering Rosaline with the motherhood thing. But you're right. I haven't directly addressed Rosaline in here. Bees and honey, yes.
Well, I know honey's different than bees, though, right?
Well, they're related closely enough. The bees produce the honey.
I realize that.
The lawyer, I've ignored Clayton, correct? I've ignored quite a bit. I paid attention to some. Your summary should be tailored to your thesis, so that you tell the summary enough such that I understand that thesis. But now, I need to modify the claim to work with the summary. Joey's right. If you read it as it is, it sounds awkward.